Okay. Okay. So, I'm sorry, this is a very hard video for me to post. I lost my voice from what they did to me yesterday. Um, I was illegally arrested yesterday by the Monrovia Police Department. I was beaten and sexually assaulted, and I hadn't done anything wrong at all. Excuse me. I can't even show you the other injuries and bruises that I have because they're too embarrassing. They're on my breasts and on my hips and my butt. They were punching me in my hips where I have a birth defect. They were punching me in my spine where I have bulging discs. I'm a disabled woman. I'm an old disabled lady. I'm totally defenseless. And they were punching me in my back and in my hips. And I can't even walk. They ripped out a huge chunk of my hair when they illegally arrested me. I had ponytail bands in my hair in a bun, and they ripped it so hard off of my head that they tore out a big chunk of my hair that's bleeding. Was bleeding. Now there's a bald spot. I have a big lump on my head where they punched me in my head. And I hadn't done anything wrong at all. I didn't do a single thing wrong to deserve this. I'm an old disabled lady. I can barely walk. And they had me locked up. They threw me into a concrete room, cell, face first, so my tooth cracked in the front. I have a black eye, and my eyelid is swollen shut on the right side. They punched me over and over in my back. And then I went into cardiac arrest because I have a heart condition from the stress. And they took me to Arcadia Hospital, where they held me on a gurney until 4 a.m. for like 11 hours, I think. I was blind. They took my glasses from me. They took my cane from me, my shoes, my phone. And when they took my phone, they made sure that they grabbed when I was thrown in the back of the police car, because I couldn't even walk. They hurled me like a bag of potatoes into the back of the police car. They grabbed my thumb and bent it back and were pressing my thumb on something, and I realized it was my phone. So they went into my phone and they deleted all of the videos that I had of them from before what they did, where they stopped me on a public street just for walking with my cane and trying to go take pictures of my upstairs neighbor, Michael Canzaneri's car, who was parked down the street. After he deleted, he deflated my tires. He deflated my tires the other day, so I couldn't go get my heart medication from CVS. He did this to harass me. He's harassed me and stalked me since I moved here because he's a drug dealer. And I complained about him being up all night long, keeping me awake with his pill press booming noises. So his friends, these officers, I have finger mark bruises all over my breasts. They actually dragged me from my breasts. They were dragging me from my breasts. and threw me in a cage. I hadn't done anything wrong. I peed my pants. I was so scared. He wanted to put his knee on my neck so bad he could taste it. My neighbors from down the street were filming them when they were doing this to me. And they told my neighbor they were gonna shoot him if he didn't stop filming. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. This is the worst police harassment I've ever seen without actually killing someone. If I had a tan and I looked a little closer to my real ethnicity, they would have killed me. And I know it. I know it. I can't even walk. I can't even walk, and these cops have been harassing me brutally, relentlessly for months. Because this is what they do. They chased me down the street. Come here. Shh. I started filming inside the hospital. After waiting for hours and hours and hours, no doctor would examine me. I had a heart attack. I went into cardiac arrest, and they still didn't have a doctor examine me. And then the woman behind the desk said something when I went up to the desk, and I said, I'm leaving. I'm not waiting here anymore. It's been hours, and you won't have a doctor examine me. And she said, you're intoxicated and high on drugs. You're not leaving here. And I said, what did you just say? What did you just say to me? I need documentation that I was brought here illegally. I need a paper or a document to have a record of this. She wouldn't give it to me. And then when I was trying to limp out of the front of the hospital, they had some security guard chase me down the street, and I can't even walk. And a bunch of squad cars showed up from the Arcadia Police Department, where she called them saying she's yelling and she's drunk and intoxicated and high on drugs in the hospital, and she's filming in the hospital, and that's illegal for her to do that. They chased me down the street after everything they did to me. And I can't even run. I can't even run. I can barely walk. Today I can't walk at all because they tore the little bit of cartilage I had left from what they did to me. They sexually assaulted me and assaulted me physically and punched me in the eye and in the back of my head and in my back. You have to sue police departments. You have to sue police departments.